was that?
I hate how it flexes the charger.
Why does it flex the charger?
I told you this already.
Welcome in, guys. Peter, Gojo, how was your day? Ours is good. Went to the water park, had a little fun. Here comes Mama.
Peter normally actually comes to him one
She
night.
already threw them in the laundry. I was like, I'm looking for my swimsuit bottom. Oh, I thought those were this. You stole this too? Did you put anything else in this bag?
Daddy, you know what's going with lunch, right? Right?
It's not, bud. 21,000 steps today. I don't know how many steps we had, but I did the stairs a lot. Because
Not that many steps.
when we went to the, hey James, when we went to the water park earlier, when we first hit the water park, there was literally nobody doing the big slides. And so Son and I did them 7 times in a row with no stop. Just got off, went right back up, and it's like 4 stories. And so we had to keep going up the stairs and up the ramp. And so I know I did a lot of stairs, but 21,000 steps is amazing.
That's a lot. Were they hiking or something?
Gojo, we've moved Grandma. We've been up, we've had Taekwondo. We've gone to the amusement park and water park. We've been just left the other grandma's house, had dinner.
We've been busy.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot. How about yourself? What have you been up to? What were you saying about Peter, bud? I heard you say something. You said something about him being in the morning lives or something? Yeah, I think he said that you're usually in the morning lives, and we went live on the way to the water park, and we didn't see you in that one, so
He probably was sleeping.
I get that that's...
But he doesn't sleep.
He doesn't. He does.
He does sleep, but you can't go without sleep on a permanent basis.
I trust me. If you try.
Your body.
It's nothing to be sorry about. I think he was pumped you were here.
Yeah.
Since, yeah, see, he was excited you were here because we missed you in the early one.
What, honey?
I said very much nothing against you now. You can't control that.
Matt, you're a first-time subscriber to our channel. Thank you very much, sir. I'm kidding.
Bless you.
Matt came in and said, Matt is alive and has arrived, feeling the vibe and has subscribed.
What's your question?
There's no question. He's just playing Dr. Seuss this evening.
Oh.
Or at least that's what I'm saying.
That's what he plays. He likes Dr. Seuss.
Mama wants to take the long way home, so we'll get a longer chat. So there's 5 votes. Thank you for the hearts. 40% don't know and 60% know who Sabrina Carpenter is.
Those 40% is under all.
I bet you the young ones know.
Oh, trust me.
So that is one of the headliners this evening at Lollapalooza. So tonight's the final night, and Son wants to see Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, that's why I wanted to watch it so much.
Does everybody know what Lollapalooza is?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for folks outside of the area, does everyone... I know Matt doesn't, because I put in a question like on Wednesday, like, who's pumped for Lollapalooza? And Matt wrote, like, what is Laura Perosa?
Again, nothing against you.
So Rosalind doesn't know who Sabrina Carpenter is. Don't worry yourself, because I don't either. But Son knows, so...
How do you not know what Sabrina?
Peter says she does espresso.
Yes, she does. As I told you.
And Son says yes, and he agrees.
I said, as I told you. Because that's true. I told you.
I know. I'm paraphrasing, bud. I don't have to direct quote.
You should direct.
I'm not writing a news article. Matt wants to know why are math books so sad?
Because they're a math book. And math is sad. Am I wrong?
No, it's because they have so many problems.
They do. They do.
There we go. There we go. Did that fix the loop?
You should make a
Feeling loopy. I wasn't, but Verizon was. Are we back? It's up again. Okay. Thank you, Peter. Welcome in, Bod.
Yes. Thank you very much, Peter.
Yeah, anytime I see that reconnecting on there, I know that we're going to go into a loop.
Now you have a pen.
Are you on like data or like? Can't you just keep it on 5G? Does it like skip your something? Like, does it like?
It's a
does it
YouTube
say-
thing because
Oh,
if
yeah,
we were
YouTube.
on TikTok Live and it does that, it comes right back, no problem. And in fairness, I've kind of semi-abandoned TikTok from a creator standpoint, and I focus primarily on YouTube because it's a much better community. So anyways, we're having a debate about different platforms right now. I apologize. Yes, Matt, we're on Verizon.
If you have a phone, what carrier are you on? That's today's question.
That's a DIY question.
What?
Yeah, because all our tech videos are on DIY.
You worry too much.
We got to create a QOTD for Scarface. Like if the zombie apocalypse happened tomorrow, what would be your primary focus?
Toilet paper.
Food, toilet paper, or water? Welcome in, Happy Man. Welcome in, Lupe. I would say it's not nearly dark yet. The sun's still got some life in it. That splash pad there, for what it's worth, I know you can barely see it. Mom is hitting the brakes so you can see it now. It's actually a really cool splash pad. We haven't been there this year yet. We should go.
It's too cold to go in the water right now.
Oh, right now? Yeah, my guy. Ooh. Peter got somebody right away. I've heard of Vodafone, but not super familiar with it because, as you point out, I don't think it's stateside.
Vodafone? Is that a?
Yeah.
Who has that?
I think Peter does, but as Bod pointed out, it's a UK company. We just don't have it here. Our big ones are T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T.
And Boost Mobile.
No, Boost
No,
uses
Boost and Cricket and all
Sprint's
those
and
are
T-Mobile's network.
Little. Yeah.
They borrow somebody's networks. The three networks are AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile.
And Trap Phone.
No, again,
Oh, that's
borrows a network.
What? Oh yeah. It borrows a new network every week. Actually.
Most of them aren't they borrowed from like Sprint or whatever Sprint used to be? Or
No.
whatever Sprint is
I
now.
want to see what's going on.
No, it's
With
borrowed
what?
from Verizon.
Oh, there is Vodafone stateside, Essie?
Really?
Yeah, for what it's worth on that one,
Never heard.
Peter, even though you may disagree with Vodafone not being great, that one isn't too harsh.
That would buy users?
Big City Goose. Yeah, that's... Hold on, Peter, I got it. Big City Goose, not the vibes we're going for here. You're welcome to put that kind of stuff in other chats. We're here to be family friendly and just hang out and talk about the day and see what's going on and debate the merits of Vodafone versus other cell phone carriers. So yeah, that one I'm gonna pass on that invite. But if you'd like to hang and be cool and understand the rules of the room, we're happy to have you.
Always happy to have everything.
Yeah, everyone's welcome.
Serious right now? You just got rid of my cleaning cabinet?
Another
Sorry,
car
Jim.
wash?
Yeah, but not the car wash we use, Bod. That's an inferior car wash. That's the Vodafone of car washes.
So,
Kidding, Peter. Kidding. I did want to tell you, Peter, your favorite troll was back in the earlier stream. The one that you constantly time out for like immediately, and I'm always like, what'd they say? And I look back and they're the ones that comes in every time their ban ends. They come back with the same question, literally just copied and pasted over and over and over again.
It's just ruining.
Matt, I've never heard that one. Yeah, 2 weeks guy, the guy that asked about like stuff that's usually done as at birth or as part of a religious ceremony. Every time his ban must have expired, but the good news is I didn't even ban him. I just said, dude, you got to stop. Like, we are not the room for that. Please move on. Matt actually dropped a new one that's really good. I like this one. It's a little on the dark side.
ooh,
And
man.
Oh.
I mean, it could be dark depending on the situation.
Then you-
Matt said if I said toilet paper to the question, the Scarface question, then can I tell you my toilet paper joke again? I've never heard this one.
Oh,
Why was the toilet paper not able to cross the road?
why?
Because it got caught in a crack.
We've heard that one.
I swear I've never heard that one. I would have remembered that one.
We've heard that. Remember there was one joke session that was all about
Oh,
poop
if
and
it-
fart and
Oh, if it's a rapper,
toilet and
if
all
it was
that
a
stuff.
rapper fire session, I didn't
It
keep
was
up
one
with
of-
those.
Yes, I think it was one of those.
Welcome in, Mama Bear.
Yeah, I got to one of those points. That was all the jokes were about bodily functions and things.
The good news is, Peter, I laid the
forgot.
ground rules and not a single additional question. But I just don't get the value of going room to room, constantly asking that question.
Yeah.
It just
You're
doesn't
gonna
make
troll
sense.
something different like Peter does.
Or change your name occasionally or
Oh, yeah.
something.
So they don't recognize you?
Yes.
Like, that'll help.
Okay, Matt, if it was in rapid fire night, occasionally I had to fill up Mama's ice. I had to get Remus untangled. I might have missed that one. So that was new to me.
What kind of car is that?
That's it. Oh, I thought it was an El Camino.
What is it?
It's not. That's a 360. That's a Hemi.
Should we try it? Should we?
I don't make an edit out of it.
There you go, Peter. See, a leaf springs lift on it when it went. I mean, I'm not a Mopar guy, but I still respect a Hemi.
I don't see that many cars, crazy classic cars anymore around here.
You never see classic cars around here.
Was that? I didn't.
Wesley.
Was that an old bus? Where'd you see an old bus, Bud? Sorry, I was staring at the purple Hemi. Is there an old bus around?
I didn't see the bus.
I'm seeing Bob's wrong.
He's got semi-monkey bars. Did you see that? Or 8 bars, gorilla bars, whatever they call that on bikes. Where's JJ when you need him? Oh. We got 21 pilots in the middle of the road. Matt, the key to getting as many car washes as we do is be part of the car wash club and you get unlimited car washes. Now, in fairness, it's only a mama's car. So the truck has to be washed by hand, as does the van, but the van doesn't get
A
washed.
bird pooped on my car right after I got it done, so I need another one tomorrow.
Oh, okay, Bod, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Because we do get some like VW buses and different like classic vans around here from time to time, and I was wondering if I just missed it. Ooh, Rimasita puppy. If you ever hear the loud music on occasion, it's these clowns, the ones that pull their car in the grass. Speaking of Hemis. Welcome in, MLB. How'd the trade deadline treat you? Did you guys do all right on your end? In fairness, Peter, if he comes with that same question, you have my express written permission of Major League Baseball, since MLB is here, to give him 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
That's an option?
Yeah, well, you just keep giving him 86,000 seconds, and you can keep adding to it, so it just builds up over time.
Grab the food. Or just give it to the door now. Or give me the food. Grab your water.
Baby, what do you want me to grab here, my guy?
I want you to grab the dog. Give me the food.
That's the first time you said dog.
Grab your water. I only have so many hands.
Yes, but alligators grow up to 15 feet. But most of them only grow 4.
Something like that.
See, I remember some of your jokes, Matt.
Yay!
Just leave the car unlocked, my guy. Bud, you gotta get your own door. But see, that car wash gives it a nice, fresh, clean look. Appreciate the hearts.
Open the door. Tell him to open the door.
I literally told him that several times.
I didn't hear you.
Well, we're home, and it's customary to get out of the vehicle when we're home. All right, I got you, Remus. I got you. See? That's a good puppy. He just waits. Okay. All right, Ding Dong, go. That's the look of a kid that just went to the water park and is a little tired. I can tell you that much. Mama.
Come on, bud.
The well-behaved son wants to come in. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Why did Dad get in trouble? He was making breakfast and he was caught beating. Well, you can confirm that, Matt. That does happen on occasion. However, the bacon is always in there, and I do make scrambled every time. Peter, I'm in agreement with you. That the same question, minimum 2 weeks, up to 4 weeks. So what'd they give up for him, MLB? No, don't go a year. Not a year. We got Potato Rock, we got Love and Hope Rock, and then we got Santa's Village, which is where we just were. I believe you would. I believe that would be a day that you would enjoy. I've met you through the chat. Yeah, and I think we've discussed this, MLB. I'm a Sox fan, and they made some trades, and they got a bunch of good, like, ranked farm system players, but obviously they are putting all energies into some point in the future. This is Potato Rock. I think he's actually usually in this position. So let me move that. Why won't it stay? There you go. Is that better looking, Matt? Nice, MLB. you have fun? I've been outside of Fenway. I've never actually been inside the park, but I've been outside of Fenway. It's a great neighborhood and environment and place to catch a ball game, or at least the vibe of some great ball. Hey, Booger, the chat's 50-50 on Sabrina Carpenter. You're very welcome, Matt. I don't know if you were here a couple nights ago, but Potato Rock spent some time inside the house. So he was, maybe that added to his weight gain. I think it's the Crocs that are doing this.
Cheer. Oh, probably because it's like.
Because it's rubberized and it's like
Yeah.
pulling it. Because that's the second pair in 2 days that have done that.
Those are old ones.
But I'm not wearing not Crocs to a water park. Okay. I mean, you got to give it up. It's a great ballpark, though. And again, I've never even been inside, but I love the historic parks. So Wrigley Field, Fenway, any park that's got history to it, to me, it's a classic way to see a ball game. You know the other thing you always hear here, and we don't have the Giga Kia yet, but there's always sirens.
It's in a hospital.
I know, but there's always sirens. There's never a time without sirens. That's a fire truck. That's not. That was anticlimactic. Whoa, the squirrels are doing their thing. Yeah, Matt, no BS. Even though the White Sox are my favorite baseball team, I'm always in socks. If something is not right, if you ever catch Dad out and about, and again, I know you guys don't know what we look like, but if you know what Mama looks like, but if you didn't know what I look like, and she's leaving, you can hear the angels. So she just left me unceremoniously. But anyways, if you ever catch me out and about in the wild for some reason, and we become that place, and I have been caught by people in the wild, believe it or not, because Son and I do have these bracelets that say Dad and Son Do It All, and we wear them. And then we also have t-shirts that say Dad and Son Do It All, and we wear them on occasion. And people once at Santa's Village and once in Wisconsin Dells, we've had people come up to us and say, hey, how'd you get that t-shirt? We know that channel. And I'm like, you're joking, right? And they're like, no, seriously. And I'm like, we are Dad and Son Do It All, which was just wild to us. But if you ever see me out in the wild without socks on, call the authorities, because something is wrong. Like, I am always in socks at all times, 24/7. Like, that is one thing. Welcome in, Jennifer. How'd you make the Jumbotron, MLB? So, Peter, I assume by that you mean football or soccer for us stateside, but football. So there's no sports you follow, Matt? So funny enough, we actually watched Happy Gilmore 2 at my mom's house while we were eating dinner. And while I was doing that, I had on this phone, which reminds me I need a battery, or not a battery, I need to plug it in, because I was watching the Little League World Series simultaneously. That's along the lines of Mama. Mama's the opposite. If you catch Mama in socks, it's winter. Me, on the other hand, I wake up immediately, socks on. You watch Happy Gilmore 2 also, Jennifer? JJ! Okay, I had a question for you from earlier, and I'm not kidding you. What is it called with when motorcycles have the high handlebars? Is it like gorilla bars or monkey grips or something like that? Yeah, we just literally, like, as we went live, we had just finished it. We wrapped dinner, finished the movie, and then left Grandma's house. Ape grips, thank you. I knew it was monkey or apes or something, because we were checking out an old Hemi that was in front of us on the drive back from Grandma's, and when Mama did a U-turn, we noticed that there was a pack of bikes, and they were all on Harleys, but they all had different customizations, and one of them had, I called them monkey bars, but you get the gist. I agree with you, Jennifer. It was a serviceable follow-up, because a lot of times the second or the sequel doesn't live up to your expectations. It was worth a watch. If you like the first one, you'll like this one. Well, that's awesome, MLB. You get to run on the actual clay at Fenway? That's super cool. I agree with you on that, Bod. It is 100% very typical. The most recent one that I've liked a ton, and again, it's because we're holiday junkies, was if you saw Hubie Halloween. I really enjoyed that movie. I've actually watched it probably since it was released, which was a couple years ago, probably 15 times. I would too, MLB, I'm not gonna lie, and I would have snagged a few blades of grass as well. Bod was talking about Fantastic Four, like basically not pulling in the box office that was expected for it. You like Little Nicky. So since you brought that up, Bod, Aunt Beefy, a lot of people, when they see her on camera, because she loves just taking the camera, and she loves just talking to the lives, and here comes the angels again. If you can hear it, I'm gonna be quiet. So a hybrid has to make some noise, and we referred to that as Mama's Angels. She actually got her nickname from that movie. So I had raised Aunt Beefy when she was a kid because of the age difference between us, and my mom was a single mom. And if you remember from Little Nicky, his dog's name was Mr. Beefy, and the way Mr. Beefy used to sit on the couch was literally how my sister used to sit on the couch as a kid. Now everyone thinks it's a derogatory statement, but it's not. It is 100% from Little Nicky. That is the one, Peter. The one that is trying to become TikTok famous. And I jokingly reminded her that from a content creation standpoint, we don't do a whole ton there. We do a little bit more than we do here. And we did a lot in the past, because in fairness, we saw a huge uptick in growth and participation on TikTok versus YouTube. But we just enjoy the YouTube environment and community so much better. So that's why we've all but sort of let TikTok run its course. But she's trying to get TikTok famous. Matt, I'm with you. And so that's 8 grips or 8 bars or whatever JJ called them. Bod, I'll be honest with you, I agree with you. Although, like I said, I've never really seen any lives out here until somebody asked me about the watermelon and rubber band question. And so Mama and I started scrolling through some lives, and
What does TBH mean?
to be honest.
Oh, it is, but it's...
And I will say the lives on here get a little thirsty. Is the best way I can say it. There you go, Matt. I like it. I know, Peter. I know. I got a lot of irons in the fire right now. With school starting up and Grandma moving and everything else we got cooking, the Discord thing will happen at some point. We've also jokingly said that we should have a Dad and Son Do It All podcast, and I think it'd be awesome to invite
One
people
thing
from
about Dad is eventually things get done.
Yes, I always eventually
Like,
do what I
like
say I'm going to
years,
do.
But it will get done.
I'm like Ramses, so let it be written, so let it be done. However, the asterisk is, I never said when it'll get done, but it always gets done. But Son and I have always wanted to do a podcast too, and I just don't know where we fit it in. I don't know where we fit it in. I'd love to have people from the community come in the podcast and we debate stuff like, is a hot dog a sandwich? I'd love to have that debate with the community in the podcast.
Why?
So you think Roblox is shady? Welcome in, Steven. So the bench warmers, correct me if I'm wrong, that has David Spade in it. Correct, MLB? What's going on in September, Peter? And how did Remus's flat soccer ball get so far out?
Where's the one of your cut the grass? Because I was looking for it.
Hey, he wants to. I'll be back in a second, chat. Just go ahead and talk. Mama can see it. I got to get a charger and let the Remus
Oh,
out.
because he has to go to school. Oh, so that means Dad'll have to stay up till midnight to talk to you, right?
Watch him. Don't let him hit the table. Put it on Hulu. I don't know when Sabrina starts. You hear me, Booger?
He said because of school.
Bod, that was a big reason I was hesitant for a very long time with it. And so Son predominantly plays in private servers with his friends. So that has helped me feel a little more comfortable with it. Sure. It just so happened to be a duel. Don't pull.
Where'd my knife? He's in charge. This won't work.
This charger's, yeah, this charger's goofy. It like, you gotta like,
Yeah.
that's what you get with McDonald's. Menard's chargers. Like you have to, it has to be plugged into the phone before you plug it into the outlet. Sorry about that. Welcome back, Jennifer. I believe it's your daughter commenting on one of our videos. And now the question is, Matt, if you do that, Peter says
I know.
2 monsters, 1 coffee.
That's good.
Matt, if you do that, do you poke holes in the hot dog? Because it always reminds me of a Simpsons episode where Homer's like imaginary friend in a Treehouse of Terror episode was like, poke holes in me first, poke holes in me first. I don't do that if I nuke a hot dog. It's a very rare occasion that I use the microwave to cook a hot dog, because I don't understand how you can't wait for a little bit of water to heat up. But
Bod said you're a vet then. A vet that stores dead animals.
currently on 18 dogs in the freezer. Oh, Bod, you took it dark. Peter, it's a direct byproduct of watching the Little League World Series. So not anything of iPhone battery issues. While I was watching Happy Gilmore 2, I was simultaneously watching the Little League World Series, because a local team is in the World Series right now. And in fairness, this was one thing, Bod, Peter, anybody else from overseas, that we can call the World Series, because we invite teams from all over the world to participate. It's not just American teams with like 2 Canadian teams.
It's always Japanese teams that win, though.
In the Little League World Series? Not necessarily. I like that one, Peter. 100 tattoos.
Well, Jennifer said
That's
she has
a
20.
lot.
Jennifer said she has something, 20-something. That's a lot.
20 tattoos. I just got the one, or actually the 2, because the back of my head has them. That God gave me.
Yeah, you don't have to.
They're birthmarks, but I was branded at birth, and those are the only ones I got.
I don't have any.
So I substitute wristbands for tattoos.
I think tattoos are cool.
So Matt, I'm still waiting. If you were to nuke a hot dog, you poking holes in it? How you doing it? Because I know my method for microwaving a hot dog.
Yep. You tired boy?
If I seen the last comment on your tattoo. Tattoo on my upper left arm is a rose. Who's Rose, JJ? I'm kidding. My upper back are 3 initials of 3 important people to me. Tattoo on my right upper arm is skull and crossbones. Bones is a wrench.
That's cool.
All makes sense. For real, MLB, I made it to the regionals as well and lost in the title game. It wasn't the Little League as in like the 12U Little League. It was when I was in seniors. So they also had the Little League World Series for juniors and seniors. It was when I was a senior, so that's 14, 15-year-old all-stars. And same thing. We made it to the title game, and we were 1 game away from going to the Little League World Series. And then I coached several teams that went to state, but we never made it out of state.
Peter had a question for you.
My girl has 2 guy best friends. I told her they're not friends. They're waiting for me to mess up. She's mad I'm not crazy. Peter, the only exception to that, and Jennifer can chime in, because Jennifer is also a very good voice of reason, so is Mama. And they can talk from a girl's perspective. I would say the only exception to that is if your girlfriend has something they also want. And I don't mean that inappropriately. What I mean is, does she have a pool? Does she have, because in fairness, the whole reason I met Mama is I was friends with the girl that played on her softball team when they were kids. And so Mama was, what were you, 13? I was 12?
Yeah.
And I was good friends with this girl, which everyone told this girl, and her name's not important, that he's trying to, and no, she had a pool, she went to my school, she was a cool girl. I was literally friends with her. Friends. legitimate friends. I've also found myself historically to,
You have friends that are girls.
I just was going that direction historically for whatever reason, whether it's work or otherwise. Ladies, girls, women tend to be friends with me, and I'm friendly with them. So
So school, pool, cool.
So that's where I was going, Jennifer. And so, yeah, I, my whole life. In fairness, for what it's worth, all his son's friends, and you guys have seen one of them in here. His best friend in the world, her name's Jimena, is a girl. What age were you, MLB? Just out of curiosity, was it traditional major league all stars, meaning 12U, or was it juniors or seniors? Because that's. Hey, looking back at it at the age I'm at now, probably until I was 20, I was salty I didn't make it. Now looking back at it, I'm like, it was just amazing to get that far, and it was such a cool experience. And at a certain point, Peter, when you get to a level, you earn a level of trust, and worst case scenario, you give each other a little crap. Because like Mama at this point, just like, you're so nice to the people at your work, and what she's saying is I'm so nice to the ladies I work with, but my workplace is what, like 85% female. It's heavily female dominant. And now the Gigakia are out. Jennifer, spot on. That's cool, JJ, and that's the way I am. I can respect people that got them, and I respect the reasons they got them, and it's not a pain aversion thing for me. I've had more surgeries than I can fill out on most medical exams. It's just the permanency of it, if that makes sense. And although that sounds wild, even using my wristbands as an example, great example, and I have to pull my wrist up to show you. This used to be a Minions bracelet. This bracelet I've had on my wrist, what do you have to guess, Mama? Without taking it off, not once.
7, 8 years.
Okay, so 7 or 8 years. All the Minions are long gone. It'll never leave, but Son asked me to wear it, and I don't know that I'll ever take it off.
It'll break eventually.
I work in a professional environment, and I have never once taken one wristband off. You take me as I am, or you don't take me.
It's hard when you're young in a relationship.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. That's the one thing I would throw out there as a caveat, Jennifer, to Mama's point. When you're young and you haven't had the experience or tested the waters, you don't know what to expect, and when you're young, that's when you make your mistakes.
Jealousy
But
is a huge thing. Like,
yes,
you gotta have trust.
correct. But that's what we're here for, Peter, is to tell you how it should work, and if it does work, then you know it's the right deal. If it didn't, then hope for better in the next one. When it comes to that, though, I'm really, really not the best at advice in that arena, because Mama and I have been together for damn near 5, 6 of our lives almost. Like I said, we met when she was 13, I'm 12, and you guys have roughly worked out the math on our age. So,
A long time.
yes. very, very long time.
Peter said he'll be right back.
There you go, Jennifer. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just trying to put myself in that mindset, and that mindset was
I got hit with this.
a completely different version.
Wait a second. So you're already done with her?
Wait, I got it. That changed quick there, Peter. My only cousin. It's because she is a good artist and a tattoo artist. Does she enjoy doing it, JJ?
Where did you make that comment?
He said his cousin is a tattoo artist.
Oh.
I saw, speaking of which, I saw Teo's mom at that art fest this weekend. She had a booth.
You what?
Teo's mom
Mm-hmm.
had a booth at that. It was an art fest.
What art fest?
When we went to that restaurant downtown, there was an art fest along the Riverwalk.
Oh, I know that. Yesterday?
We didn't either until we parked to go there, and Teo's mom had a booth.
Oh.
She was selling her art.
They're looking for an art teacher.
What is he hunching for? Let me see my dog. I don't know what he is doing.
He's got that bone out there.
What is his back hunching for?
He's stuck.
He's a dingbat. But I like 3 pimples behind my ear on the crease near my lobe, and they hurt so bad. Any way of getting rid of them? This is a mama question.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you can pop them, hot compresses so you can pop them, and then I'd put alcohol or something on them and try them up.
Yeah, that's another one, Jennifer. No lie, I am blessed and cursed with very baby-esque skin. If we ever do a face reveal, I'm kind of like Benjamin Button. I have a Gandalf beard on a face that looks like it's like 12 years old, and my skin is weirdly like, I don't want to say weird things to make it creepy, but it's like weirdly soft without moisturization.
You could try peroxide. It won't hurt it.
Do they repaint it every year, Bod? So like make it a blank slate? Because at the art festival we were at yesterday, one of the cool things they were doing is our city does that, where they put up these blank canvases and then they take down the canvases and they display them throughout different city buildings. But what they had is they had graffiti artists come and do the outline, not the actual art, and they did paint by numbers. And so they asked you to be respectful and paint, so they give you a color code. And then you could like hand paint it with like little brushes.
Like anybody?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so it was actually a pretty cool concept. And people were being respectful with it, which I appreciated, but I thought that was really cool.
I'll call them out real quick.
Toothpaste?
I've heard that too.
You've heard that?
Yeah, I don't.
Have you ever tried it?
No.
Yeah, I've been blessed that I haven't had to deal with that on my end, Jennifer. Mom is usually the one that's like dealing with that, as weird as it sounds. If they're painful, because she says it all the time, like this is killing me. She got this little toolkit from my sister that has like almost little, it looks like a little, I don't want to get clipped or get in trouble, but it almost looks like a little like mini torture set. So it's got these tools that look like they came out of the end scene of Braveheart, but they're to like work on your skin. And so she uses that, but she sanitizes it between use. And there's a tool for every situation. So they leave them. That's cool, bud. So is it graffiti or just standard artwork? Because we have a lot of those buildings when you go towards the city. And some of them make political statements. Some of them like honor the history of the city. Some of them do a lot of different things, but they stay up for years until they fall into disrepair or times change, if you will, depending on the artwork. And then they paint it like a white canvas and allow it to be restructured again. Welcome in, Bones. Bones, I was talking about some of the artworks that a lot of the buildings in the city get. And I know you're from the city. We're from the burbs, but, you know, traveling to the city, we see a ton of the different artworks that are painted on some of the old brick buildings that we think are really cool. All right, come here, bud. There you go. Is that better? Remus is free. Like intentional graffiti, right? Jennifer, where it's like sanctioned. So they do a huge one in our city, and there's actually a tour of it on our channel. It's called Nightmare on Chicago Street. And it's actually one of the biggest Halloween parties in the world, believe it or not, and it's held in our downtown. It's like 60,000 people come to it, and he just stole my hat. Stole my hat. As long as he doesn't bury it, Bod, we're good. Are you talking about the... and the reason I say that, Jennifer, is because I guarantee if you venture a little bit east St. Louis has a lot of graffiti as well. But if you're talking about the cicadas, Bod, summer wouldn't sound normal without it. I've only really even thought about it since we've been going live because it's just so normal for us this time of year. As weird as it sounds, figuratively and literally. So I will say, if you guys have never ventured to the States or never been to St. Louis, one of the coolest things, sorry, I had to mute it for a second because there was a family situation that popped up. One of the coolest things is going into the St. Louis Arch. I've probably been in there a dozen times in my life. Everything from the elevator experience to standing on top of it to the view to everything about it is hands down one of the coolest things you can ever experience. Am I getting loopy?
Yeah.
No, I mean like the actual live.
No,
are you like go on and see if it's getting loopy? Before you go.
I gotta change her treatment for it because she almost fell.
They do now, Jennifer?
Well, obviously you're not looping.
Huh. Again, the last time I was in there, I was probably 16. But I just absolutely loved it. Okay. So yeah, we've done the paddle boat rides that are right outside of it in the Mississippi. We've done the whole river walk thing. It's just a cool experience. Remus, Mama's leaving. Come here. Come here. Okay. In fairness, after the, I know I say in fairness a lot. Sorry about that. It's like a bad habit. On the drive, we had a couple of dead spots where YouTube was reconnecting. So I didn't know if it was us or if it was the live again. So I've tried to get Mama and Son to go to St. Louis because I want to actually take the train down there. Because you can take our local lines into the city and take an Amtrak down there, and I just think it'd be a cool experience to do it that way. And we've never pulled it off. It just isn't high on the list of places and things. Every time we put it out to family debate, we always end up in the darn Wisconsin Dells. But I'm not going to lie, I don't mind ending up in the Wisconsin Dells because we are water park freaks. Peter, I say it way too much, so feel free to just let me softly nudge me if I say it too often. Let me get a couple of them in, but softly nudge me. It's my upbringing. It's very much in my roots to also say at the beginning of something, no disrespect, and then say whatever the heck comes to your mind. And if somebody gets offended, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I said no disrespect. So I try to better myself, is what I'll say. JJ, you did not. And that's one of the areas, Jennifer, that I want to take Mama and Son. This is going to sound wild, and I'm going to put Mama on blast here. Mama's only been to, I'm doing the math on it, 5 states in the entirety of the union, let alone anywhere else. So you guys can probably guess the 5 states she's been to. But I will tell you that 3 of the 5, 6 states, I apologize, 6. 4 of the 6 have only been because of things we've done or places we've gone or traveled to. She did not do much traveling with her family whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. Madison, never apologize. Everyone gets busy. Stuff comes up. Believe me, we appreciate you being here when you can be. Thank you very much for popping in. That's a place Mama has not been. I have not been to Virginia proper. I've been to West Virginia, but not Virginia proper. So yeah, Mama's, and one of them was only for like a couple feet. So, Jennifer, have you ever been up to the Quad Cities? The left wrist in the middle of my forearm. What happened there, JJ? Jennifer, that makes two of us. In fairness, I grew up extremely poor. The reason I traveled a lot as a kid is twofold. A, sports. And I was blessed that I was talented enough to be on travel teams that went all across the country. And B, my grandparents. So my mom's parents, who had money, often took me with them anytime they traveled. Whoa, Peter dropping some singer-songwriter like folk on us. There you go. So all the ones that you can imagine that touch the upper area where we're at is the ones Mom has been to. But yeah, jokingly, she only hit the one state because we went to the Quad Cities and I purposely booked the hotel on the other side of the river. Who's that pretty boy? You hear all the buggies? I honestly do believe you would. And she actually even told me that she accidentally, when I was inside not too long ago, or a couple nights ago, called you Jen. One of her very close friends is named Jen. And she said you remind her a lot of that friend. And it's one of her best friends in the world. So we got Remus out here sphinxing. That's what I call it when he's out here keeping guard at the front of the yard. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. We're safe, but you're a good boy. So funny enough, my dad had a very close scar to what you're talking about, but it went from his wrist all the way up to his shoulder. And it's my uncle who I still stay in communication with a lot. He's arguably my favorite uncle. Pushed him through a screen door when he was a kid. And when he pushed him through, the glass pane broke. And that broken piece, like the jagged glass, as he was going through the door, ripped his arm. So it went further up than yours did, JJ, but I remember always seeing that as a kid and being like, what happened? Because it was a huge scar that went from his wrist all the way up to his shoulder. We're okay. We're safe. We're safe. We are. You're a good boy. Kept us safe. Well, JJ, I will tell you that somebody knows the story and somebody's just not telling you. You'll eventually find out. You might be my age when they let you know, but you'll eventually find out. Who are you yelling at now? Remus, it's okay. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Come here, bud. Come here. It's okay. Hey, you don't always have to be on high alert. We're safe. You're a good boy. Come here. Come here. Good boy. Let me see your head. Good boy. Welcome in, Eden. Glad your weekend was good. What'd you do that was fun? I can tell you from our end, we unpacked a lot of boxes for Grandma. It was fun because we got her moved. But then we also went to the water park and amusement park. We actually hit a bunch of the rides at the amusement park too. I know some of you along for the ride to the water park, but it's actually a little bit cooler in our area. So Son decided a couple hours into the water park that we would go hit the rides instead and take advantage of the cooler temperatures. Remus, we're okay. It's okay. No worries, Jennifer. We'll be here. Funny here it said that way, Peter. Take some time off from the position. My guy. Hey, we're safe. Not every noise is a threat. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hey, okay's better than bad, so there's some weekends where I'll take okay. I wish we could find a way to do less on weekends. But in fairness, we wouldn't have it any other way. I like the use of tomfoolery, JJ. It's a term we use very often in this household. I'm also a big fan of fiddle fart. Come, now. Come. Come. Good boy. Good boy. We're okay. Stop barking at everybody. Just too much. Hi. Hi. Look here. Who's on Lala? There's 2 channels. Who's on the other channel? What? Who is this? Okay, who's on the other channel? Alright, I'm sending Ding Dong in with you because he just keeps barking at the world. You hear me? Call him. I'm sending him in with you. Coming in by you. Alright, sorry, Chet. If I missed anything, I had to go get Remus inside so he stopped barking at the neighborhood. JJ, you're a little young to be having nights like that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Shut up. What do you want me to do? I can't hear you. You just got quiet and quieter every time you talk. I literally couldn't hear you.
But I just said I'm sending him with you. Just keep him occupied. Because he just keeps barking at the entire neighborhood. Ooh, the warrior. Not the right room for that. Appreciate you coming in. But when you come in that hot, that fast, think about your decisions. Wow, Peter went hard quick on that. No pun intended. How do you wake up in a tree, JJ? And I mean that seriously. How are you asleep in a tree without falling out of the tree? Maybe that's how you got the scar, JJ. Maybe you started sleeping in the tree and you fell out, hit a sharp stick or a branch on the way down, and that's how you ended up in the ditch. That's what I'm saying, JJ. How do you wake up in a tree? How do you sleep in a tree? Maybe both you and Possum were in the tree. You fell out, and that's how you got the scar. It's just me putting on my Sherlock Holmes hat. Well, you'll find out at some point. I promise you. May not be today, may not be tomorrow. But at some point, sitting around a campfire, you're going to hear a story that starts with, oh yeah, we never told you, but... There was a time and a place where I was a lot more wild than I am today. And I think my wildness now shows up in silly places as a husband and a dad, like at, water parks and amusement parks and stuff like that. So you just gotta find the correct outlet, if that makes sense. Welcome back, Jennifer. So Jennifer, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I'm pretty sure I think it was your daughter commented on one of the videos. Let her know I will be commenting back, I promise. It's just been a hectic day, but that is super cool. So tell her I appreciate it. Foxy, I'm not going to lie. I actually do not. Feel free to hit me up with the context, and then I'll know. It happens to the best of us, JJ, and rightfully so, in a good way. Because like all disobedient dogs, we need to be broken. Housebroken is what I mean, not broken in a bad way. We need the feral taken out of us. Now that you say it, I do remember. It's been a while. How have you been? And we were just talking about that stream earlier today because there was a joke that apparently I missed in there that I thought was a really good joke that I believed I heard for the first time today, but it was part of that Greater Dad Joke-a-thon. Okay, if you give me animal stories, I need to know names, genders, colors. Give me all the details. And did you get them at the same time? Because we almost got litter mates not too long ago. Eventually, JJ, I promise you that'll wear thin, because I've never gotten that far. I was blessed that we never got caught or had to go to that level. But I will say that all the coaching and all the stuff I do, you want to keep as clean a record as you can because of background checks. Nice. How old are they? Because our baby girl, Licorice, she's called, I guess, a tuxedo because she's all black, but she has a little white spot on her chest. So it almost looks like she's in formal wear, meaning like a tuxedo, which is a little part of the shirt showing. She's like 15 now, so she's... Sorry, I was yawning. Most definitely has a lot less energy than she used to. If they're kitties, be prepared for your evenings. Cats being nocturnal, they get a little rambunctious in the evening. What time is it for you, Foxy? And I'm sorry about the yawning. It's been a long weekend. Speaking of long weekends, I gotta go get my hat out of the middle of the yard. That's your pup's name, Jennifer? I don't know that we've... and if we did, I apologize. I don't remember names real well. But I know you got the rescue, so I'm just putting two and two together and presuming that Zoe is the name. No, Foxy, it's 8:11 for us, so we're just an hour behind you. But man, sorry, I was yawning again. The weekend is it catches up with you. And Son and I have to get to bed relatively early because we are going on the radio in the morning. So we have a radio interview for the local radio station in the morning. Oh, JJ, just try to keep it as clean as possible because your future self will thank your current self for just keeping it as clean as possible. Zoe Love, I like that. We just got Remus, and I put him inside. I was hoping he'd hang with Son so he stopped barking at everything he heard out here, but he is literally just sitting inside the screen door, about 2 feet to my right, staring at me. He is not quite 2 years old yet, Jennifer. He's so he still gets the great example is he wasn't familiar with Grandma's new house, and just like most pups do, the best way for them to get the lay of the land and get their whereabouts and figure out things is to have a I'll call it a catastrophic case of the zoomies. And he just went absolutely berserk inside the house. And Grandma wasn't real keen on it because in buying the new house, they had put new carpet and floors in. So she was worried about her carpet and floors. But we had to kindly and gently remind her that when a 90-pound dog gets the zoomies, you sort of just let it take its course and stay out of the way. You don't try to stop it because it turns into a bowl in a china shop situation. That's a blessing and a curse, JJ. I like I said, I just hope you see the signs of the good and you roll with it. Jennifer, that's a huge moment because it shows that she's comfortable and can just free herself and do her thing. So that's actually awesome. It brings a smile to my face. No line, you can probably hear it in my voice because that just shows how comfortable the dog is. The wild part is her mom even said after he was done and he had exhausted himself. She worked at a vet for 45 years, and she said that, well, I guess he's comfortable with my new house because he freed himself to do that. So that's a cool milestone. Yeah. I'm supposed to stay up to watch this whatever the heck a Sabrina Carpenter is with Sun. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, especially with this having to be on the radio in the morning. So Peter, you said she sings espresso. Jennifer, I gotta ask, did you vote in the poll? Do you know who a Sabrina Carpenter is? And I presume a lot of the younger crowd is. I know Peter already confirmed he knows at least a song of hers. Okay, that makes one of us. I was hoping you'd back me on this one, Jennifer. I got nothing. Son assures me that I will know her music when she's on. I assured him I may know the music from the radio, but I have no idea who she is. This is the first year that the big headliner on Sunday night was not something that I was really looking forward to see. The last couple of years at Lollapalooza was Metallica, Green Day, Foo Fighters, Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I was really, really stoked to see the lineup this year, and when I saw it, I was like, huh, I don't know who's playing Sunday. It is, and Peter keeps warning me every time I say the band that I stayed up Friday night, which is also leading into my tiredness for the remainder of the weekend, because they played a very late headlining set. But I watched Korn on Friday night, so that's Korn, the band. And that was awesome. I so glad I watched it. That is correct, Jennifer. And I put a question of the day about it, and again, I didn't think anything of it until Peter mentioned it. And he was just trying to help me out, like, hey, be careful, YouTube watches that. And then I did look it up, just like I had to look up AFK, because I thought Son and his friends were speaking some sort of internet talk that wasn't appropriate. And that is a term that is used in replacement of the other term, which I was not aware of. So I was very quickly educated. That is Uberman. So if you're new to the to us and our chat, this rock right here is Potato Rock, and this is the Love and Hope Rock. So Love and Hope came out yesterday. Potato Rock is arguably the face of the channel. So I will switch them around for posterity's sake, so Potato Rock can be there. He was named by one of the regulars in the chat, and weird as it sounds, a lot of people in the chat missed him. So we made sure he came back out. And if anybody hasn't noticed, he's on a cork trivet. So right now he is resting comfortably. Wait, did you get our candles? And I don't mean ours like we invented them, or ours like, but you know, we had them. And Dead Candle is here as well. So that wasn't very clear. Sorry about that, Jennifer. So he is here, still with his trap moth, and now even more water. Oh, okay. I thought you got your... I'm like, wait a second. It wasn't supposed to be delivered to December. Yeah, and we kept Rocky Horror Bart off to the side because he's also participating in adult activities that we're not promoting on the channel. There you go. Stocking stuffer for Mama. I like it. Just treat it better than we do. We do have a new one, Jennifer. I'm not gonna lie, but we haven't busted it out yet because we bought two. The other thing we have, and I asked Son to charge them, and because of our comings and goings, we haven't charged them yet. I'll bring them out in a future stream, I promise you. But the next, I will call it talking evening stream, we'll try to have them out, and it'll give a little bit of fascination. It is. Hopefully you get the weather we had, Jennifer, because I am outside comfortable. So our first floor air conditioning is off because it's comfortable enough to not have it on. The upstairs air conditioning, because we have zoned heating and cooling, the upstairs air conditioning is still on because heat rises. So the second floor, we still have it being cooled, mainly for the humidity, but the first floor has been cool enough that we've been very fortunate to turn it off for once. Oh, Peter, you're going to have to interpret for me. I believe Foxy, correct me if I'm wrong, Foxy, you were in when we were in the dog park, and Peter and you were speaking German, correct? Ooh, Jennifer, you spreche de Deutsch? I just do German accents. I don't actually spreche de Deutsch. You guys missed the earlier live, Jennifer and Peter, where I was asked to do several accents. I was asked to do Mickey Mouse, Mario, Swedish, It was like accent on demand. A Greek accent. I'd have to actually work up for that one. I'm not gonna lie for you, because I don't have that one just in the back pocket. But somebody asked me to do the It's Mario thing, and then son asked me to do my Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, and then somebody asked me to do Swedish. I failed Spanish with flying colors. Well, I passed all my French. I just don't have anybody to speak it with. And if you were in a live a day or two ago, I was talking to Mama that my secondary default keyboard is the French keyboard, because for a couple of years there, I was redoing during COVID Duolingo. Um, because he had to kill time because there was less stuff to do. And I was like, oh, I'll rekindle my French. It didn't last. I have no idea what that one is, Foxy. Piglet. I'm trying to think of Piglet's voice. Okay, I got it. I traditionally do Tigger and Eeyore, but I got Piglet's voice in my head. Welcome in, Bloody. How are you? I know you were in the earlier. Did you get to see the water park before we went in, or did you dip out before we showed you the water park? Madison, you're totally fine. You're welcome here anytime. Oh, it's okay. In full disclosure, we have a full tour on our water park. We actually also released a short today of our visit a couple weeks ago. And then there's Son and I riding the water slides that just released Friday. So you can get most of it actually better than you can from the live, because we had to cut the live because the season passes are actually saved on the phone. So we had to cut the live at the gate. So you're totally good. I'm glad you're back. How'd the rest of your day go? All right, we're up to 24 votes. 58%, huh? All right, let me check with Son where we're at on the Lala stage. I'll be right back. Booger, who's playing now? What? What's on the other channel? So if you hit back and go to channel 2, just see if there's a different band. There should be 2 channels playing, so press up. Hit enter. What, Booger? Who did it? Buddy, who's that? Oh. But what does it say? It's in the top left. The Marias. Okay. I don't know who the Marias are either. Hi, Ray Moss. Why aren't you sitting with the thing on? You can come back out if you don't bark at everybody. Okay, go. Okay. Ooh, what did I miss? Foxy, what language is that one? So that's a great question, JJ. If you're gonna have popcorn, what style of popcorn you having? Foxy, you can't be dropping words I can't read and not tell me what language you're from or what they mean. Son's a popcornaholic, and that's the reason I ask. Is he is not a movie theater butter guy, meaning like at the movies. He doesn't like that extra oversaturated fake butter, but he loves good homemade at home with butter and salt and then Colonel seasonings, if anybody's ever heard of it. Butter seasoning. Or he likes just traditional movie theater at the movie theater. No extra of the oil. Because he thinks it's the right amount of salt and the right amount of like everything. So you like caramel corn. The reason I ask that is there's a great debate within our circles if caramel corn or kettle corn is better. And so the reason I asked that, Jennifer, I know you're from the Midwest in our area, and we're big corn producing. And so my understanding is caramel corn is coated in caramel, whereas kettle corn is traditional popcorn, meaning buttered and salted, and then has sugar added to the kettle, which caramelizes when you stir the popcorn in. So a lot of my family loves caramel or kettle corn because it's like the perfect mix. Whereas I think Mama would take, and she's not here, she had to go run to help Grandma real quick. She would take caramel over kettle. Okay, so your caramel hands down. Yeah, kettle corn, just the smell, the vibe, everything about it reminds me of like fall. But in fairness, right next to it is usually where they're roasting the whole ears, and that's what I go for. Do you got one of those toys, Foxy, where it's like a bird on a fishing rod, so to speak, for your new cats? Because that's what all the young cats we've ever had always love to play with, so that way you can like sort of fish for your cats. I do, Jennifer. I also remember, so going back to the original Scream. Hold on. What is this guy doing? Yeah, Remus, I'm with you. The guy's not driving the way you should be driving in a neighborhood. Give me 1 second, Jennifer. I just want to. Okay. He went a different way. So where I was going with that is, if you remember from the opening scene of Scream, if you ever watched that, or anybody ever watched it, she's making traditional Jiffy Pop on the stove. And that's how I remember that, or the air popper. And now, in fairness, we bought that same air popper. But Jennifer, I think you commented on our big movie theater popcorn maker. Son absolutely wanted us to get one of those, and we never did. Thankfully, the elves and Santa came through and brought that for him so he could replicate the movie theater experience at home. But Menards still sells to this day the old school on the stove Jiffy Pop. And that just brings back memories to me, with that aluminum foil just expanding and all the popcorn being inside. That or the, if you remember going to Blockbuster used to have an actual, like, almost movie theater bucket that you could stick in the microwave that would have a, God knows how unhealthy it was for you, but it had a very similar, like, plastic bubble that would form on the top, almost like Jiffy Pop, but it was a plastic bubble instead of aluminum foil. And we used to get that all the time when we rented movies. And either or, like, takes me to a nostalgic place. That's a good call, Foxy. It won't hurt them, but it may not come out all right. Oh, shoot. What was that? Hey! So Jennifer, if you're still here, what's your favorite brand of microwave if you're choosing a microwave popcorn? Did you get the styrofoam away, Foxy? Remus, the bats are out. Okay. Son is a, he refers to it as ACT, as in the college exam. He's an Act 2 guy. Do you ever get the big giant garbage bags of Valley Pop? It's not microwave, but that's what Mama likes. They're literally sold in darn near garbage bags. And again, I keep using Menards as a reference because I think we both have access to them. Menards has Valley Pop in their stores, and they are just these giant bags of popcorn. That's what Mama likes. I don't eat popcorn, so not a huge fan. There you go. Oh, you make homemade kettle corn. There you go. I've never actually made it at home. We make homemade butter popcorn and movie theater popcorn all the time. I never made homemade kettle. So do you just use sugar when you're making homemade kettle? What's everyone's take on cheese corn? Do you have a whirly pot for making it on the stove? Or do you just make it in like a traditional like Dutch oven? Okay. What do you use as the oil? Just regular butter? So when you say theater butter, are you talking like microwave theater butter? Because they sell like all brands have like a theater butter version. Are you talking like you actually like going to the movie theater and getting the pump butter that they have? Canola, okay. Peter, I've been watching the chat for what it's worth. If you're looking for insight from this side, I think you've handled it extremely well for the most part. I get your frustration at the end there. Just breathe, relax. For what it's worth from our end, you've done an awesome job. And Madison, for what it's worth, we love having you here. It's more of a, just a, as you can see, chill vibe talking about popcorn. Just relax and have a little fun. Jennifer, I was trying to be the voice of reason in the environment, so I appreciate you. I think sometimes just a little break sort of level sets the situation. And Peter, again, you've handled it in extremely professional and proper manner. So hats off to you, sir. Did I miss something about ABT? Because I'm not going to lie, that's where I buy a lot of my appliances. Well, if you were here, we have all 4 versions. We have the microwave, we have Mama's Valley Pop, which is in the giant garbage bag versions, which blew Bod's mind the first time he saw her snacking on it. We have the air popper, and then we also have the movie theater popcorn machine. Although I don't want to say that too loud because then son's going to want to make some. And although it's not that big of a headache, it's you got to bust it out, you got to plug it in, you got to set it up, you got to do all that, and it's $9.44. And we're supposed to be on the radio in the morning. I'm more worried about son than I am me. No worries, Foxy. We're here. Wow, you guys are getting to me before I see the chats. Everyone just take a break and let's talk about why I don't know who the heck Sabrina Carpenter is and what version of popcorn and the over-under on when Mama returns. Because I'm not going to lie, I keep listening for the Honda Angels coming down the road, and now that Grandma's closer to here, I was hoping she'd be there and back. I don't disagree on the butter, but JJ, you got to tell me, are we talking movie theater butter like the stuff they have at the movie theaters, or just heavy butter, meaning real butter? Because that's my big deal, and that's what Son doesn't like either. That movie theater butter that you get at the actual movie theater, and this is probably different for you, Peter. It's like a oil that's flavored like butter. It's not real butter, and it's different. I don't enjoy it. She did. She got a call from Grandma. Unfortunately, there's her chair sitting vacant. Their Son's sitting vacant. I'm out here all alone. But she got a call from Grandma, and Grandma needed help. So I don't know if you just heard. Yeah. So, like I said, the good news is one of the reasons she moved is the move brought her about 20 minutes closer to our house. For situations like this. So that's why I'm sitting out here and haven't cut the live yet, because she's not home, and I'm just making sure everything's all right. It's not a medical emergency. It was more of a problem, without getting too specific. But since she's basically walker bound, she needed some help. So I know everyone's okay. I just, as weird as it sounds, I'd rather her be home with me. And that's not me like getting verklempt. That's me yawning. Sorry. I don't know that that's gross. And the reason I say that is there's a lot of things that I prefer a slightly burnt version of. A great example is potato chips. I make homemade potato chips and I take them right to the edge. It's one of Mama's favorite things that I make. And weirdly, I make it in a cast iron pan on the grill. So what I do is I fry up a bunch of bacon, get the bacon fat, and then thin slice the heck out of potatoes and make homemade potato chips out of it. And God, she loves them. And they are such a pain. We actually bought, I want to call them aprons, but chef aprons, I guess, purposely for that, because there's so much grease splatter on the grill for making those, and I was getting burned by the bacon grease split. She's on now? Your mom's still not home, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I fry them up with onions and sometimes with a little bit of peppers, and you get the fried peppers and onions. I don't do them simultaneously, so I just cook that in the oil first, pull that, and so it almost flavors the chips. They are delicious, but man, are they a pain to cook. An absolute pain. I do, Peter. Potato chips. So I use a mandolin slicer, and I get them super thin. Super thin. So they are literally like kettle cooked potato chips, but they are cooked in a cast iron pan. in bacon fat. I've done it on the oven too, but I did that once or twice, or on the range. But the grease splatter was too aggressive, and the cleanup. In fairness, I said it again. Call me on it. I don't do the cleanup. Mama handles the cleanup for the most part, and so she asked me to, in the future, do it exclusively on the grill. So I've done it both on gas and charcoal. Both work fabulously, but they are a pain to make. But they are delicious. So it's usually a couple times a year I make those for her. I caught myself too, Jennifer. Yeah, it's a bad habit. So you said you want to hear something weird. You want to hear something weird on my end? I'm still in my swim trunks. I just noticed it as we speak. Because I look down at my shorts and I see the word Speedo on them. And I'm not wearing Speedos in the traditional sense. They are full board shorts. They go past my knees. It'd be really creepy if I was wearing a different version sitting out here in my front porch. And I can prove it. I can prove it. See? Speedo. And they are full board shorts. That's my knee. But yeah, I didn't even realize until I'm sitting right here. All right, you want in, bud? She's singing the song I would know yet. It's not going yet. She's just coming. They're proclaiming she's coming up next. The skyline's so cool, ain't it? Just out of curiosity, who's on the other channel? Oh, never mind. She's coming on. Oh, she is clearly coming on. They're hooting and hollering. All right, chat. I made promises, and like Ramsey's, so let it be written, so let it be done. I promised son I would watch Sabrina Carpenter with him. So I'm going to go in there and watch Sabrina Carpenter. I promise we will be back tomorrow. I will tell you all about our radio interview that we have in the morning. And Peter, again, don't think twice on it. You did everything you could. You handled it awesome. I appreciate you for all you do. JJ, good work on the frame. I'm glad you accomplished it. Hopefully you get some time back to relax since you spent all weekend doing it. And Jennifer, tell that awesome family of yours I said hello. I wish you guys all the best, and I hope you get some tasty popcorn. So I'm going to go watch some Sabrina Carpenter, whatever that is. And I will let you know about that tomorrow as well. So I will talk to you guys. You guys take care. Again, we can't say it enough. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with us. All our best. Have a great night. Talk to you tomorrow.